Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game that we're making. So, you know what is theoretically helpful to do? Have some notes. Get some notes on hand with the things that you want to do in your game and the things you want to bring up in your stream. In actuality, that's exactly what I do. I have a big list of notes right here that is open at all times when I stream. But I have a habit of not actually looking at my notes. So even though I have right here my notes in big letters to do this thing I wanted to do, it doesn't really do much good if I don't look at it. So, I'm just going to go ahead and bring this up right now. I got a new emote. I have this emote made by my twin sister Erica, because I had a little trouble getting it made myself, so she helped me out and finished it up and made it all look nice. I was actually hoping to bring this up when there were more people here, because this is my tier 3 emote. It's the most expensive emote here at Twitch, but I figure go ahead and have a tier 3 emote on hand, because after all, this is my 10-year celebration of making and let's playing and streaming all these games, and there we go, we got ourselves a commemorative emote. So, there it is. Anybody who's interested, there's my commemorative tier 3 emote. Another thing I forgot to do back in Anime Maker is there is another sprite I kind of wanted to make. But now that I think about it, I don't need to create that sprite. Yeah, I can still make this work. I don't need to go back into the editor. I'm pretty sure I don't need to go back into the editor. Hopefully I don't need to go back into the editor. Instead, we're going to go back into the event editor here, because we got a shop we were making last time, and I decided that I need to kind of fill this place up. First things first, we're going to change the sprite of this guy to one of those custom sprites. He's going to be the guy with the briefcase. That sounds like a good idea. And let's see here. So, I got a list of all the stuff that I'm going to be putting inside the shop. As a reminder, this is a sample map, a pre-built map within RPG Maker, and being a sample map, I'm unable to really do any modifications to it. I can, however, place events on it, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Let's start by putting some stuff inside the shelf here, this glass case. This is where the really expensive stuff will be, so this is going to be expensive stuff. So starting off, we're going to have a Yoshi egg. It's a rare Yoshi egg. Don't want anybody just up and stealing that. And the next one is going to be Object 68. Some silverware. Some expensive silverware. And the next thing is going to be, let's see here, 52. It's going to be this mystical orb thing. We'll go ahead and go with this color right here. And then up here is going to be Object 70. A golden helmet. And from there, Object 72. A tree stump. Because, why not? One man's trash is another person's treasure. Something like that. And 84. Some sort of pennant looking thing. It's probably important. Maybe it's magical. It might be magical. Alright, let's go ahead and put some stuff over here now. We're going to go with... These are going to be the cheaper stuff, starting with just a regular book. And beyond that, let's go ahead and... we got ourselves a clock. They sell clocks. In a world where time probably never flows, which is why the clock is always going to be showing the same time. But hey, still kind of important to know what time is frozen at. Wouldn't you agree? And from here, let's see here, 83. A magic lamp, which probably is something that should be inside the case, especially instead of a tree stump, but one man's treasure is another person's trash, I guess. And from here, 57. We're gonna have a bottle of who knows what. And the next thing, 76. Some playing cards. And the last thing on these shelves is going to be object number 82. A slipper. Just a slipper. Not two slippers, just a slipper. Alright, and let's see here. So the shopkeeper is going to want to know, make sure that all the money he's getting is correct. So we're going to go ahead and give him a scale. And behind here is where he's going to be keeping all of his money. Including green coins. I imagine the green coins are worth a little less than the gold coins. And lastly, we're going to go ahead and put something nice over here. This is going to be... there it is, suit of armor. And that'll be kind of it for this. Although, probably should go ahead and just throw in a random NPC here. For example, let's go ahead and throw in one of our custom sprites. This lady right here, she's kind of gonna be, I don't know, dusting all the metal or something, keeping them shined. Step in place slowly. Now, we need to give her some dialogue. Got anybody... Let's try it again. Anybody in the chat got any random dialogue to give this person? Doesn't have to be relevant to the shop, could be whatever. Just random dialogue to go ahead and give this person. And while we're at it, waiting for you guys to have a message, there's also a kind of an important guy that I kind of want to have. It's just kind of sitting here. He'll be kind of important. Okay, so let's see here. We got the monkey, lady, cop, shopkeeper. So we'll just need some random guy. Probably could have done with creating an extra character sprite, but whatever, that'll do. Lady suggesting something like, did you know? So let's go ahead and have, did you know? Of course, he's not providing some sort of trivia to go with that, so I guess for the time being, that's all she's gonna say is, did you know? Make sure she only says it when we interact with her, not when we bump into her. Now, the importance of this guy down here is going to be revealed eventually here. In fact, yeah, well, we'll go ahead and kind of get that started now. Let's start by going into the house here, because I kind of want to make use of this telephone we got here. So, anytime we come into this house after the whole initial cutscene, we're going to have a random chance of something happening. So we need a two-way choice, and honestly I forget which is which. 80% for option 1, I think that is. Yeah, so we'll leave option 1 empty, and option 2, what we'll do is, since we start here, 1, 2, 1, 2, so we'll have the camera start by being up 2, and to the right 2. And we'll take over to the phone there. Come on. So Lit is suggesting for the Did You Know Girl that it should be a new random fact every time. Maddie says that'd be tough to make happen, he thinks. Well, as it turns out, no. We have the option of having things randomly happening. So we could actually have some random fact present. You guys go ahead and come up with a few, and I'll go ahead and put them in. For now, we need to go ahead and have a little something happen with this phone. So, starting off, we'll have this page where you can't normally activate it yourself. And we'll go ahead and have a sound effect. Okay, let me look at my notes here to double check which sound effect was the phone. The phone... You know what, it'll be easier to find if I control F. Phone. There it is, sound effect 40. I thought it was closer to the end. So there we go, sound effect number 40. Whoop. And... how long should this be? 0.8 seconds, and then 2 seconds, and then it's going to do that again. And change screen, change color. No, not change color, default it. And we're going to want to make sure that the player can actually grab whatever this is. Have we used switch 4 yet? I think we have. It's important to make note of which switches you have used, by the way, so that you don't accidentally reuse one. I have not actually been doing that, so that is something for me to make note of. In fact, I will go ahead and make note of it right now. So, let's see here. We've used 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And with switch 5 on, then we can interact with this. Let's see here. We need this click sound effect. Which sound effect is click? 61. That's not click. I wrote that down as click. Well, screw me. We'll go with that then. That's a little bit more appropriate for picking up a phone. A little bit. In fact, let's go ahead and alter the pitch. That'll do. We'll go with message 2, and you 1 are So there should be a 20% chance of this happening. Door. And full disclosure, I have not actually decided what sort of prizes are going to be coming yet, but I should probably figure that out here. And we'll have the sound of putting the phone back. And from here, switch on number 6 to show that we answered the phone. We'll turn off 5 so that we can't just pick it up again. And we don't want the player to win the sweepstakes more than once, so let's make sure that it doesn't happen if 6 is on. It has to happen when 6 is turned off. Oh yeah, we need to be able to check the phone now. So there we go. And meanwhile, in the shop, this guy down here is only going to be here when 6 is on. But not when it's off. So normally, nobody's there. Now, as for these fun random trivia messages that Lit was suggesting, let's go ahead and have 3 random things pop up. So, let's see, Lit has suggested one thing, actually multiple things. In fact, Maddie suggested one. We'll go ahead and have one for Maddie here. Nights where more common in the dark ages. So that's one. Here's another. Let's see here. Snakes can help predict Earth. I'll fix that in a moment. And the last random fact. This is a fun word. T-E-E-R-O-N-O is... My controller is really sensitive, it seems like, with its buttons. Kind of weird. Clear of by and there's going to be our random facts. Fun times. Now, as for this guy, I kinda need to figure out what to do with him, but before I do, I'm gonna wanna do some other stuff. Get some other things going here, so that I know... Basically, the plan here is I'm gonna create some regular items, a little bit of equipment, and then whatever I haven't created could be a potential prize. So let's start by creating some regular items here. Actually, no. What I need to do here is finally give our characters some stats, so that I know how much these healing items should heal. And the first thing I'm going to do is start Monkey C and the girl at level 5. Yeah, I'll give the girl some stats as well at some point. So let's see here. Monkey C is definitely going to be a fast little bugger because he's a monkey. So we'll go 6 and 6, probably a little bit low on stamina and intelligence. Is he even going to use magic? Nah, not necessarily. No, he won't have any magic. So we'll also lower... Yeah, we'll go with these stats for him. So these will be his stats starting off in the game. So starting off 50 HP at the start of the game. Alright, that would give me an idea of how much health to give him. Now as for the girl, let's start by doing the 5-point roll. She is going to have some magic. I don't know what sort of magic, but we'll figure that out as we go along. And since she is magical, we'll give her some higher resistance to status afflictions. She is probably going to be a little bit slower. Bump up intelligence to balance that out. Physically weak, so bump up some in more intelligence. Luck is evasion. She's probably not going to be doing much there, so bump up some more magic points. Now let's see, what else? Yeah, we'll just do this. So starting off at level 5, she'll have 55 HP. Cool. And last is our dragon, who, by the way, we don't really have a name for yet. So at the time of this recording, it is October 10th. Nobody at YouTube or Twitter have responded with a potential dragon name, so I'll ask you guys who are currently in the stream chat, what do you think a good name for our dragon friend here is? Can be male or female. And while you're coming up with a name, I'll get the stats set up here. And since this is our dragon, gonna have the most resistance. Probably the most attack. No, that's HP. The most attack. Especially since our dragon friend cannot change equipment at any point in the game. So that would lower agility down a couple of points there, probably. And it's a freaking big dragon, not really going to be very well in the evasion department. So drop that by 3. 1, 2, and 3. That seems pretty good. Yeah, let's go with that. So, our dragon friend is actually going to start off at level 1. The idea being that the dragon will grow very quickly. In fact, with that in mind, let's boost everything by 1 point here. Because the dragon is starting off a little bit weaker. But will quickly catch up and exceed our characters. And the name suggested... Strix. That suggestion is by Lit Dragon. Also, let's go ahead and make sure the girl sprite is correct here, because she's gonna be the nurse. And I do want a better name for the girl. So, any suggestions for a girl name? Our nurse friend here? And please, not Nurse Joy. I know that's tempting, but no. I'll also get some job classes going at some point. Especially for Daristrix there. So, let's see here. Monkey... What is Monkey going to do? First off, let's go ahead and get rid of the stat buffs, because there's really not going to be any reason to have those benefits. It's going to be a permanent job class. So, it's mainly more about the... what sort of ability the monkey's going to be able to do. Let's see here. Treasure find up. I could see that being a thing. But kind of pointless, because why not just have a high chance of finding treasure if the character is a permanent member? We need something that is beneficial specifically towards the monkey. Counterattack, higher attack, attack +1. Attack +1 would actually be kind of interesting. No class. Actually, no. We're not going to do no class. Random ability. Actually, maybe no class would be beneficial. Yeah, let's go ahead and do no class. I also haven't gone over special attacks yet, now that I think about it. And there is no suggestion for what the girl character's name is going to be. Our nurse party member? I don't see anything. We'll go ahead and create her class. And we'll just have her auto-regen. It's not every turn that it works, but it's going to be something that happens occasionally. And lastly is going to be our dragon. And... okay, I need to kind of think about this one, and while I think about this one, I'm gonna go ahead and take us into our next episode break. I'm gonna remember to change the song that we are listening to. We'll go ahead and get the dragon set up, and also talk about what special attacks are actually like. For real this time.